Truth be told, there's always been a hustler on a mission. Mission for greatness. Some people are naturally blessed with the hustler's ambition. Now, this story is one that we're all quite familiar with. This man had talent and a dream. Three things that he always had besides his 45 with intelligence, ambition, and intuition. Hustler is not simply born. The true hustler is created as he adapts to the bullshit this world throws at him.
Hey, what's up, BGK gang? I'm just here to let you know about an exciting breeding we just completed. We have our DDK's the Hawk daughter, Coco, bred to BGK's Debo, who is a first pick rock son. So that is BGK's the Rock, DDK's the Hawk, in the same pedigree. Puppies just dropped. The litter was all males, 7 males. Amazing, monster-sized males. Check out the website. Hey, what up, BGK gang? This is Andre at Big Gemini Kennels, aka BGK. Welcome back. Smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment, let us know what you're thinking. Make sure you hit that alert button so that you're notified every time we drop content, and that's gonna be frequently because we came to drop bombs. Beast mode.
Hey, what up? So today, Dre BGK is here to hit you with a story time. Let's get ready for a BGK story time.
Be the alpha, because failing to be an alpha can lead to a dog attack. And a lot of times that's how it happens. You try to be best friends with the dog instead of the pack leader, and then drama. Male or female does not matter. You can still be the alpha. It's key.
Sit down, please. Sit down, please. Sit down, sir. Sit.
What's up, BGK's fam? It's BGK's Dre back at you with another banger to my YouTube family. Yo, this one is about being an alpha. Now, a lot of people say that's hearsay. There's no true need for you to be an alpha. You just need to love your dog, be friendly with your dog, and then your dog will be your best friend and listen to whatever you tell him to do. That's some bullshit. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. Now, for you to understand why there's a need to be an alpha with your dog, and I know there's going to be people that's telling me I'm wrong, you don't need to be an alpha, your dog shouldn't be scared of you, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't need to be scared of you. He does need to respect you and then love you, right? You want that love, but the respect comes first. And the reason why I say that is dogs are the direct descendants of wolves. Wolves socialize in packs. And that pack has a social hierarchy, a social structure. And in that social structure, you will find there is a reign of command. And at the top of that command is the pack leader. No matter how many dogs that you have at your house or your premises or your land, your kennel, you should make sure that you are always considered the pack leader first and foremost. No form of aggression towards family, towards you, playful or otherwise, should ever be tolerated. That's an automatic hard no, period. That is not an option. You don't get to do that to me. You don't get to try to intimidate me. You don't get to bark at me. You don't get to claim territory with me. You don't get to growl. You don't even get to approach me to be petted without me consenting to you being in my space. A lot of people don't understand that when their dogs come up to them and demand attention, it's cute. I get it. But he's also claiming his space and demanding what he wants you to do. When your dog does that, no matter how tempting it may be, restrain. Don't do it. Walk away from him. Neglect him, and then give him attention and pet him on your own terms. Now, I'm not saying there's not times that my dog doesn't walk up to me and I'm like, hey, what's up? What's going on, guy? But as a general rule of thumb, I will make sure that I control that interaction so that he's not dominating me. Because once they feel like they can come up to you and demand to be petted, the next time that you have a plate of food, they're going to come up and start begging, and you're going to think that's cute, and you're going to give them a scrap of food. You are contributing to the problem. That is not establishing yourself as an alpha. Now, today we're going to watch several videos, and I'm going to point out what went wrong in that video. And luckily, in today's video, none of these videos go as bad as they could have, but the potential for a serious dog attack or serious mauling by dogs that are seriously capable of not just hurting but killing you exist in every single scenario except one that I'm going to show you. All right? But first and foremost, I want you to understand that being an alpha does not mean that you need to hit your dog, smack your dog, stun your dog, none of that. Now let's take a look at a few of these videos. We'll start looking at these videos and seeing what the hell happened, why the hell is this situation even occurring, and what are they doing wrong, and what could they have done right. And also I want you guys to drop a comment and let us know any and everything you guys think could have been done to make sure this situation did not occur for each video. So the first video, we'll start off with a more lighthearted video, and this is BGK's Shadow of Man-Made's Kennel, a dog that is a production of one of the true legends, BGK's Cujo, who I produced, and I also had a hand in producing BGK's Shadow. This boy is dragging a gentleman up the street who thought he can control a big dog. This video was made by Man-Made Kennels, and it's hilarious to me. When this dog was dragging, like obviously BGK's Man-Made Shadow was not trying to hurt this gentleman. He's just a big, powerful BGK beast. That's what I create. They will make you go cement skiing, drag you up the street while you're sitting there holding them back. That's what they do. What you need to do is put a choke collar on that dog, and when he starts to pull, say no and give that correction at the same time. And stay there until they stop pulling, and when they start giving you some slack, then start walking, and when they start to pull again, repeat. No. Pop that leash, bring them back to the heel position, let them chill out a little bit, and have them stay there, and then start walking again, and eventually they're going to get it and walk by your side without trying to drag you up the street. And that's something important to know. But I can tell that this video was not done in a serious nature, because I know my guy Eddie at Man-Made Kennels definitely knows that and would have never let this happen. This was just a promo video showing how big and strong his dog is, but I'm still using it to educate the public. Now, this next video is a gentleman who's trying to do what I'm doing right now and saying that he has complete control of his dogs, so he's going to show you how much control he has over his dogs and how to properly make his dogs go in the kennel and sit there and close the door without them giving them any back talk. They're just going to do what he says. So let's watch and see if this works out.
Okay, I'm on here because a lot of y'all don't know how to control y'all fucking animals. These are my dogs. Come here. Apollo and X-Man. And when I say go to the kennel and stay, that's what they do. And I'm going to close the kennel and leave it at that. Hey, kennel, go. Simple. And when I close it, I leave it at that. No back talk. My animals ain't crazy, ain't doing nothing.
Now y'all tell me, what the hell just happened? What went wrong? Alright? Clearly the dogs knew to go to the kennel and stay in the kennel once he told them. But when he went to shut that door, they began challenging that man, and he closed the door as fast as he could and ran back to the camera to turn it off because he was embarrassed. Now, what should have happened is once that dog got in that kennel, he should have been able to close that door. In a second they turn around to resist, he should have firmly checked each dog because they're feeding off of each one's energy. They're feeding off of each other's energy. He should have firmly checked each dog. No, no, stay. And he should have shut that door. And then after they stayed, without conflict, without them jumping and pushing on that cage and challenging him, he should have rewarded them. Now, you don't have to reward them every time. After a while, they should just know that is what is expected from the alpha of this pack. Is when we go into this kennel to lock it down and he shuts that door, we sit here and allow him to shut that door without acting like some assholes and trying to push our way out and challenging him. Because essentially, that's what they do. That's what they're doing when he's shutting that door and they're giving that pushback. They're challenging him as an alpha, saying, hey, we don't want to be in here. We just came here because you initially told us to, but we don't want to stay in here. Forget that. Let us out. All right? So that is a problem. Make sure that you can tell your dog to go in the kennel to lock that kennel down without them turning around and challenging you. What you should do is discipline them, reprimand them, recreate the situation, meaning you pull them back out and do the whole thing over again, let them lock down, and then reward them. Now, I am a big believer in rewarding dogs is even more powerful than trying to discipline or dominate them. It's called positive reinforcement. The more that you can combine maybe 20% discipline to 80% positive reinforcement, the better results you will get. Because these dogs are usually eager to please their owner. They're eager to please their master. You just got to show them how. You got to show them what you want from them. And you will notice that after they understand that, oh, this is what is expected, okay, I got it. And they'll start knocking it out. The next video is the first video you guys seen in the beginning, in which this guy is attempting to clip his Rottweiler's toenails, and his Rottweiler is just going ham. He is showing aggressive behavior. I don't want you to do this. I'm challenging you. I just might bite you at any given second. And now the owner has tried to make a plea to the public saying like, look, this dog did not have any parents, which means he didn't have the boundary set, which is why he's showing that aggression. He doesn't understand that his excuse actually is an explanation for the aggressive, dominant behavior that his dog, this Rottweiler, is displaying, right? He's saying that the dog was abandoned and wasn't raised by his mom, so, you know, this is how he communicates. No, this is how he challenges your goofy ass because you don't know enough to be the alpha and let him know that this is unacceptable. I don't care if it's for social media likes. I know that he's doing these videos to try to get likes, but he's going to get some bites along with those likes if he doesn't establish himself as the alpha. Let's watch the video.
Sit down, please. Sit down, please. Sit down, sir. Sit down. There. Sit down. You better sit down. Now give me your foot and be easy. Easy. Give me your foot. That's not easy.
No, right here in the video. Look at his posture, man. Look at his posture. His hands are back. The dog is leaning forward. He is actually being submitted by his own dog. He is showing, I am not a threat to you. Go ahead, do what you got to do. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. That is passive behavior. Passive behavior is the complete opposite of what we've been talking about the whole time, which is being the alpha. This guy knows nothing about being an alpha. And if you continue allowing a dog to dominate you, especially at a breed that has the capabilities and the strength and the aggressive nature that sometimes the Rottweiler displays. Now, they're usually good family animals. They're not just going to run around attacking people unless they're not trained and unless they're not being taught by a responsible alpha owner. This is a dangerous situation. So I want you guys to tell me what you think he could have did differently in the comments. Let the video keep rolling.
Sit down, please. Sit down, sir. Sit down. There. Sit down. Now give me your foot and be easy. Easy. Give me your foot. That's not easy.
Okay, so you guys seen what I seen. That was ridiculous. I would never allow that. I would never even play with my dog like that. Even if this guy's on to say, I'm just playing with my dogs. That is not the way you play with your dogs. You can play fetch with your dogs. You can play tug of war with your dogs. You can take them out for a jog, for a hike, for a hunt, but you never allow him to show aggression towards you and you start acting submissive, because in his mind, he's semi-alpha, or at some point he can challenge you for that alpha spot, and that playful aggression can turn into a full-blown attack, and then it's going to be over the news, and he's going to be like, I don't know, he's been my dog for years, and all of a sudden out of the blue he decided to attack me. No, he didn't just decide to attack you out of the blue. You enabled that behavior. That was an enabler. You're not doing anything to dominate him. I didn't hear one solid no. First and foremost, you have to choose a signal word. Mine has always been no. Once you choose that signal word, you cannot switch up that signal word. You can't say, no, don't do that. Hey, stop that. Get out of here. Don't eat that. It's always no. If he's going after your plate, no. If he's walking out a door, you don't want him to go out, no. If he's jumping up on you and you don't want him to jump up on you, no. If you're consistent with that word, instead of switching it up and, hey, you get my clothes dirty, stop. Oh, get out the room. Hey, don't sniff my plate. It's got to be no, no, no. When they hear that word, and in the way you say that word, you can't say it. You got to say it with authority. If you hear the way that I'm saying it when I say no, I'm not saying no. Hey, no, no, no. It's no. Like you mean it. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. You feel me? But anyway, it's very important that you establish that. And on top of that, another way that I like to make sure that my dogs understand who's in control is I will actually submit them. The act of submission is very important, that you do this with your dog from a young age to when they're starting to develop their testosterone. That's usually between like 9 months and like a year and a half. You know, you want to make sure you dominate or submit them a couple times. And the way you do that is you put your hand around your dog's throat, and maybe I'll even give you a visual at some point, but you put your hand around your dog's throat and you place them on their back. Now, you're not actually choking your dog. I'm not saying choke out your dog. That's dumb. What I'm saying is you use your hand to firmly hold them in place while they're on their back with their paws up in the air like this. The reason why that's important is they're at their most vulnerable point when they're on their back. They need to be on their feet facing you to have some form of control. When they accept you kneeling over there with your hand around their throat, lightly holding them in place or firmly holding them in place, depending on how they're moving, after you notice they're not struggling to get up anymore, you go ahead and start caressing them, rewarding them, petting them, loosen. You should be able to loosen your hand to the point where you don't even need it around their throat anymore. You should be able to just be petting them, and they're fully submitted, and they're laying on their back, and they're allowing you to do so. If you cannot do that with your dog, you are not an alpha. If you can't go take your dog's food away from it at any given moment without worrying about them attacking you, they could be in the middle of eating a ribeye steak from Outback. I will still go take it out of his mouth and wait to see his reaction, and then give it back to him. I will have my daughter go take the food away from the dog, because I want to make sure that it's not just me as an alpha, but they understand that it extends to my family members as well. You do not challenge them. So I will intentionally have my daughter take a steak out of its mouth, take food away from them, go take a puppy away from a mom that just gave birth. You need to know that your dogs understand the social hierarchy that's been established on your property, and that you are the true alpha. That way, incidents where they decide to challenge your authority do not happen. Because that's what usually happens when you're trying to be best friends from the gate. Remember we talked about no? I didn't hear one no in that conversation. Because that is a conversation. The dog's growling, he's being submissive. Even though the dog doesn't understand what he's saying, he understands the tone, he understands the body language. And the body language is not alpha. He's not claiming his space. He's not backing the dog down and letting him know that this is unacceptable behavior for you to be coming at me this way, baring your teeth, growling, jumping up on me, because dogs usually jump on top of something when they're trying to dominate. That's the reason why when we do the submission, remember we talked about the submission earlier, you're on top of them. They're on their back with their paws up being submissive, you're on top of them, as opposed to the dog being on top of you, growling, submitting you. Either you're going to get submitted or be the submitter. Please make sure you're the alpha. Please make sure you're the submitter. It will keep you safe, it will keep your family safe, and it helps develop a healthy mentality and a healthy working and understanding relationship with your dog, and then you can be his best friend. Give him all the love you want after you have that understanding, but do not lead with the friendship. Lead with the alpha, and then make sure they know that you love them. That is vital. Okay, let's go on to the next video.
This is King Liger.
Last one was that.
That is a big dog, dude.
Push up that gate, bud. Okay. Liger, look. Liger. Hey! Hey!
This fool, you think he wants to play with you, man?
Yeah, he wants to play.
Oh, I'm talking about. Look at this. Oh my God.
Hey, come here. Hey, he wants to play. Liger, come here, boy. That fool wants to play. Liger, come here. Come here, boy. Come here, Liger. Liger. He wants to get your hat. Hey. Hey, this fool's playful, but he wants to. He'll drop you, huh?
Yeah, he's too heavy.
Get him. Billy's like, fuck that. Oh, shit. Hey!
Fighting his arm too.
Hey!
Now in this video we have the infamous King Liger himself, an XL American Bully legend. And by the way, I have a book called XL American Bully Legends that is coming out very soon. It will be out by next weekend. Make sure you check it out. I actually have a video about that as well, but the book goes into a lot more detail where we talk about all the founding dogs of the XL American Bully community that helped shape the community into what it is today. And one of the honorable mentions in that book is the dog in this video, and that's King Liger. Now everybody knows that King Liger is a fiery XL American beast. So when I say beast, I mean you can see this dog in the video. He's huge. But one thing I noticed was Billy, who is my good friend, and in this video with this dog, that's the gentleman's name in the dog with the video, did not have control. Now I will say that his owner is not in the video. Let's be clear. Billy is a caretaker. He helped the owner, whose name is Saul. Shout out to Saul and RBG. They're a great kennel, beautiful kennel. Done a lot of great work over the years. But Billy is merely helping Saul take care of these dogs. And one thing I noticed is King Liger had no respect for him. He jumped up on him, he's pushing him around, he's being called, but he's ignoring him. He knows he's calling him, he's running around him, and this is not the way you would ever want your XL American Bully to act. Billy did tell me that, hey, we have females that were in heat in the house, and that's why he's acting like that. I don't care. That don't mean nothing. If you have him in control, if you're able to check this dog, then this would never happen. As you can see right here, when he's jumping up on Billy and he's messing with Billy, he's pushing off Billy, he's basically trying to intimidate Billy, impose his will on Billy, and let him know, hey, I'm alpha around here. Now I'm going to run over here and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to go towards the door. I'm not listening to you. You're calling me. Forget what you're talking about. I'm doing what you want, what I want to do. Again, what is the common theme? We did not hear one no. Not one firm no. He never put his foot down. He never submitted him. He just kind of went along with it, and the dog kept doing it. And it's funny until this dog really decides to challenge you. Now, that never happened. Billy was a smarter dog man than that. And although it may not show in this video, Billy is actually really good with dogs, but I still feel like he dropped the ball in this video, and you can see by the way Liger's acting, he feels like he is the alpha in this yard, and that's a problem. You should always be the alpha in your yard. Be the alpha. If you don't take anything else away from this video, take that. Be the alpha. Be the dominant. And you don't have to be a male. I'm talking to women as well. You can definitely be the alpha with your dog. I don't care how big he is and how small you are. If you establish that as a puppy, he's going to respect that as an adult. But if you don't set those boundaries early, you got to set boundaries. It's all about setting boundaries. If you don't set those boundaries early, it will come back and bite you in the ass or the shoulder or the leg. See where I'm going with that? All right, let's go to the next video. Now in this video, this gentleman is introducing this male's puppy to him, and it may not seem like an alpha video, but it is. Because if you notice, this is being done correctly. The other dog, the father of the dog, is challenging the pup. The pup is showing he's got some fire in him. He's kind of growling and playing and going back at the adult. But the adult knows not to go too hard, A, because he has a good temperament, and B, because he respects the man that is holding that pup as the alpha. Therefore, there's no way that he's really going to hurt this pup. And this is one of the examples that was correctly done by somebody that has control of both his dog and knows how to make sure that this pup is not going to get injured while another dog checks it. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. At the end of the day, I know it's getting redundant and repetitive, but I want to say it again and again until it's embedded in your head. Make sure that you establish dominance with your dog. Don't try to be his best friend first. Be the alpha male or the alpha female first, the leader, and then that dog will fall into place and you can have a beautiful relationship with it. You won't have any problems with it challenging your authority. You won't have to worry about, is he ever going to try to bite me, ever going to attack me? I could put my dog's mouth around my throat. I could take a steak out of his mouth. It will not matter. They know that I'm the alpha, and I don't have to hit them to do that. You don't need to beat your dogs into submission. If you got to do that, that's just going to create hostility, and at some point, that can end up being an issue in its own self. You can create an aggressive dog by doing that. All right? Socialize your dog. Teach it social boundaries. Make sure you establish no as your I don't want this to happen no matter what you're doing word. Make sure that that no should make them drop whatever in their mouth. Should make them stop from going outside of that room. For make them stop from jumping up on you. Should make them stop from pulling on that leash. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to show you something and entertain you at the same time. Hopefully you guys got something to take away from this video. Make sure you check out my BGK Dog Care Secrets and Breeding Tips ebook. Make sure that's already out right now. Link will be in the description. Make sure you check out the book that we have coming out called the XL American Bully Legends, The Evolution, which documents all the founding dogs that the XL American Bully breed is built around, that shaped the mold breed into what it is today. That will both be on Amazon and my site as well. I'm actually going to be bundling those two books together for a great price if you decide to go by my site, or you can buy a full price over at Amazon.com. I will make sure that link is in the pinned comment underneath this video. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know that what tips and tricks you guys use to make sure that you're the established alpha in your household. And have you ever experienced anything like you've seen in this video with the other guys are dealing with your dogs challenging you, and how did you handle it? BGK's Andre, and I'm out.
If you'd like to know more about these dogs, please check out my ebook, BGK's Dog Care Secrets and Breeding Tips. It's available on Amazon.com and has got great reviews. You can check that out yourself. The link will be in the description. And you can also purchase it on my website, BigGeminiKennels.com. That's BIGGEMINI Kennels.com. You can purchase it right there. I'm working on part 2 right now since I got such a great response to my first book. If you're a pet owner and you're looking for tips to help it grow and reach its maximum potential, and what exercises and dog food and supplements to use, this book is for you. If you're a breeder that's established and you're looking to learn more about marketing and the different tips and tricks we use when delivering litters and marketing our pups and making sure they reach their fullest potential, this book is for you. If you're a breeder that's just starting out or you're looking to become a breeder, this will give you all the insight you need on picking your foundation stock all the way up to how to breed and the type of breedings to use and what's most effective. This book is for you. Remember, our motto is always quality matters. I'm out.